So, Jazz, we've just come to the end of 6 weeks, or just a bit longer than 6 weeks of coaching together. So, first of all, I'd like to ask you, why did you come for coaching in the first place?
I was at a stage in my life where things weren't really going the way I'd like them to. I've always been someone who struggles with consistency. And I think looking back now, I definitely was a little bit depressed, and there was lots of elements of self-neglect. And instead of just trying to read things around what was going on or how to improve myself, I thought actually, having seen your videos all over the internet and having seen what you were saying, I thought you were the right man to try and help me, and I was definitely 100% right with that as well.
Awesome. So, what was your life like at the time? What were you experiencing? How were you feeling on a day-to-day basis?
So, I mean, there was elements of binge eating I had going on, so I was kind of binging too much and then feeling guilty of that, and then that would cause kind of a cycle of continual binging and feeling bad about it. So feeling would say everything was quite thin, quite depressed, feeling very unsure of what was going on, lacking in happiness, lacking in excitement, lacking energy, and just sort of drifting through life rather than actually taking hold of the day and trying to make it worthwhile and try and take hold of what was going on and try and positively change it, as opposed to just sitting back and letting what was going to happen.
Yeah, okay. So what have your results been like since we started the coaching?
Really good. I mean, it's been an absolute night and day compared to where I was before I started to even just a week later of working with you. It was everyone around me said how much happier, how much more energy I had, how much more I can see I was enjoying life more. Obviously, it's an ongoing process, as we've said, so it's just trying to carry it going and keeping consistent with it, but so much better. I mean, I said it's definitely been one of the best decisions I ever made, because it's not, I wouldn't say it's cured me of anything, but it's given me the tools to make sure that life will be how I want it to be rather than what's happening in front of me.
Yeah, okay. And that was one of the things that really impressed me. I think literally from the first session that we had, by the end of the week, you'd already absolutely nailed all the work that we'd done together, and you'd already started implementing things in a dramatically different way. It was really good to see. But I guess that leads me on to the next question, which is how do you know if this is going to last? Because that's the question that some people can say is they've been struggling with these things, and then they notice a change at some point in their life, and then some people can be scared as to is this going to last? So will it last?
I definitely 100% think it will last for two reasons. One, everything you've taught me has been very applicable from the very first instance. So instead of trying to, as you said before, not trying to intellectualize it, but actually committing to the process of doing it has made a massive change. And by having had that, and by thinking about where I want to be, using those tools every day will continue to get me to where I want to be. And knowing in my head the big picture of where I want to be means that I'll always work towards it. So it's not a case of it's been 6 weeks and that's it. I'll forget everything you've taught me. Those things are going to stay with me now forever, and I'm going to try and continue to use those to carry on getting me to where I want to be.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I really want to make sure that people get in this process is that they take full ownership over the results that they're getting, and you don't go to anybody else to be fixed by anyone else. Firstly, I want people to understand you're not flawed or broken. There's just been some unuseful things that you've learnt, and things that have been happening at the unconscious level outside of your awareness that have gotten you results that haven't been happy or fulfilling or giving you the outcomes that you want. But ultimately, I want you to understand that you get to change those things. And it's you who has that power and choice and control and ultimately responsibility to keep yourself on track in that manner. And that's one of the things that's most fulfilling in the work that I do, is that it gives you the power back. You don't end up abdicating responsibility for your happiness and fulfillment to anyone else or anything else outside of you. It all comes down to you, and you have that absolute choice and power to be happy, to be fulfilled right now, to have a passionate life right now, and to have a compelling future, and to know that you can give yourself the future that you want. So with that kind of outcome of mine in mind, for you, do you feel like you have that?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I just said at the very, very start, it's all about how much I committed into the process. So it's all well and good I was talking, or I said reading around it or anything like that. If you're not going to commit to what you're doing and not going to put everything behind it because you've had that one moment where you think, actually, today I'm going to decide I'm not going to live like that anymore, that if you do that and you commit to it, you'll change drastically. And everything we've talked about, all the goals we set, definitely achieved every single one of them because of that commitment from both of us. And as you said, it wasn't like I was broken or I was completely distraught with how things were going. It's just that was a point where I needed to make a change. And you gave me the tools to implement that change and to get all the goals we planned to get.
Fantastic. And in terms of your own personal outcomes, the things that you specifically wanted to change and you specifically wanted to achieve for yourself right at the start of the program, do you feel like you've achieved those things?
Yeah, also 100% on that one too. So the biggest one I had was I've been a guy who's not really been very good at feeling excitement, feeling lots of energy, and feeling happy, I suppose. I mean, I just drifted through life, just accepting what was happening. And I said, looking back, it's probably more depression than it was happiness. I am so much more happy, so much more full of energy. I've actually felt excitement quite a few times in the past sort of 6-7 weeks, which I hadn't done for a very long time before. So in that sense, completely nailed everything that I was looking for. And as I said, making sure I know how to go forward from here, also know that too, which is fantastic.
Tremendous. And finally, what has your experience been like throughout this process over the last 6, 7, 8 weeks?
It's been enlightening almost, actually. It's been one of those things where it's been very good to see each individual part build upon each other to create this eventual kind of toolbox that can be used to try and keep me in the right state, the right time, working towards the right goals, knowing where my life is going to be heading eventually, and knowing that that's pretty much where I need to be going, and knowing day by day what's going to happen to try and make sure I get to that goal. So yeah, in that sense, it's been amazing.
Fantastic.
Some of the things that you kind of wish you knew, wish you'd been told, but you don't get told.
Yeah.
Things like school. If you get taught this stuff in school, I think everyone would be a hell of a lot happier, a hell of a lot more productive, and just generally better people. But unfortunately, school doesn't really do that for us.
Yeah, I totally agree. Well, you've been phenomenal as part of this process. I've been really blown away by how much you've applied things and how much you've really taken the ball by the horn. So yeah, thanks for stepping up and doing the work.
Thank you as well, David. You've been absolutely a lifesaver for me.
Pleasure.